to another video. Today's video is a little bit different. It's a story time. It's about a time where I got scammed by this modelling thing, but then me and my mum scammed them back. But basically, you know them things on Facebook and it's like, sign up today to be a model. So obviously when I was 15, I signed up, obviously, and I just typed in my email address and sent a few photos, because that's not dodgy. A week later, I got an email back and they were like, oh, we want you to come down for a test shoot and all this. So I got really excited and I told my mum and I was like, oh my god, that's so fun. My mum was like, oh my god, because I hadn't told her that I'd applied to this thing, and like, I didn't want to be a model, it just seemed fun. I always had crazy ideas like this. So my mum was like, great. So we rang the people and they were like, oh, you have to come to London in the next 2 weeks. They said to bring 5 outfits. So we went down on the Saturday. Our hotel was like bang in the middle of Oxford Street. So we went shopping on the Saturday, got some clothes ready for the Sunday. The Saturday night we went to like Wasabi or something, got some tea, and we were sitting in the hotel room and we'd like already researched this place, but we couldn't find anything about it. So my mum was like googling the address, and when she googled the address, a load of reviews came up and it was like quite obviously a scam. And the reason we couldn't find anything about it before was because they changed their name like every month. Quite dodge. So my mum was looking and she was like, Megan, this is a scam. We sort of knew from the get-go that it was going to be a scam because I'm not model material, but still. And then we sort of decided, well, we'd come here anyway, so we may as well go. And they said that we had to make sure we had a parent with us and also a debit card. The reason that we needed a parent was so that they could pay, but there was no mention of anything costing any money. So we went on the Sunday morning, we found it, and it was like down this alleyway near Oxford Street. Didn't even have like any signposting outside the door or anything. We went in and they did my makeup, which was really good. They actually did it really nice, and then they did my hair and I got changed into my first outfit, and we did like some pictures indoors in like the indoor studio. But there were lots of other people there as well, so we weren't like the only ones. But I think there were people there that seemed to think that this was gonna like lead to a career from the stuff they were saying and like how prepared they were, and I was literally there for fun, knowing it was a scam. We did the pictures inside and then got changed, did different hairstyle, and then they took us outside. And I remember we were doing like shoots by this post box, and then these men walked past and were like shouting things, and then the photographer was like, quick, run. So I had to like run back inside, and it was really dodgy. And as well, my like poses were really awkward because he wanted me like 1 foot on the step and then like the other foot like behind me, but I was in heels and it wasn't really working, so it's quite awkward. And then we did like other pictures, other outfits and different hair. After the shoot, we like had to go down into this basement, and this guy took me into his office and he was like, okay, we're really interested in you, we think you've done really well. And he said something like, you're the perfect build for a model. And I was like, okay, I'm literally a blueberry, I'm a ball, I'm not the perfect shape for a model. And then he was like, we can get you jobs. And then my mum was like, but you're not an agency, you can't get her any jobs. And he was like really stunned, because I guess people are normally like, oh yay. So he was like, we're right next to Topshop. He meant the actual shop. There's a Topshop in every town, like everyone's next to Topshop. That doesn't mean you're gonna go model for them. He was like trying to convince us all this stuff, and my mum was just sat there trying to play naive but also just questioning everything he said. And I was just sat there like, I really hate this, in a basement, and it was like dark and it was quite creepy. And then he was like, okay, so what we can do is we can give you your own portfolio, all your pictures, for like £2,000 or something. And my mum was like, oh no, I can't afford it. And this is when he was a bit, you know, obviously they tell everyone to bring their debit cards and most people probably just pay it. And then he said, what can you afford? And she was like, oh, I only have £100 in cash, I don't have a debit card. And this was her Christmas present. So what you were supposed to get for £2,000 was 30 photos and like a website, which was just like a page with a PowerPoint on it, so it wasn't even that great. And she was really like playing the sob story, and my mum was like, we've come all this way for her Christmas present and £100 is all I have. And then he was like, oh okay, well I guess I can give you the 30 photos for £100, and my mum was like, oh fantastic. So we actually managed to get all the photos, but he wasn't giving us a website or like any of his contacts to get us a job or anything like that, so we just got the photos. Most people end up getting scammed because the cheapest thing was £2,000, but like the more appealing things were like lots more money. Me and my mum bit back. It was an illegal company, like we'd googled it, it was really dodgy and they scammed so many people, so we actually managed to get a photo shoot with hair and makeup and 30 pictures, which were actually okay for £100, which is amazing. It's not like we forced him to do it for £100, like he could have said, oh, you can have nothing and you can leave because you don't have enough money. But it was great, and we got the photos and went home and we'd had a lovely day. So even though it was like meant to be a scamming thing, we actually had a nice time because all we had to do was, normally photo shoots are like upwards of £250, so it's quite good that we got that whole experience for £100. So even though I basically got scammed by a modelling company, I would call it like a modelling experience day. That's what I like to refer to it as, because I mean, let's be real, I was never going to be a model anyway. When me and my mum like look back on it, no regrets. It was a fun time, it was cheap, so loved it. That is how we scammed the modelling scammers. I don't know if the company's still going. It's probably not. It seemed like they sort of were starting to clock on to what they were doing, but there's plenty of other places like that. So the moral of the story is, if you don't want to be a model and you don't look like a model, but somebody's telling you you could be a model, look into it beforehand and make sure you do your research. And none of it was my mum's fault. Like, she's quite good at not getting us in dangerous situations, but like situations like that you can't avoid, or you could if you don't sign up to be a model through a dodgy website. But I mean, they're character building. You have to make mistakes in life in order to learn from them. I hope you enjoyed my story time. I hope you learned from it, and if you want more story time, let me know, because I do have quite a lot of stories because I seem to be a magnet for strange situations. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you do want more story times, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, don't judge 15-year-old me's stupid decisions, because we all make mistakes. And hey, was it a mistake? I don't think so, because I had a fun time.